Good morning. So I just chatted with Sienna, and because it was daylight savings this weekend, Australia does not leap forward than we do. I so wish we would get rid of it because it's just, I don't know, it's darker at night. So if we like spring forward, then that's what I want, where it's darker in the evening longer. But they don't do that. So she's like, I didn't know. I was waiting for it to be like another hour later, like we usually are. So she will be joining us for sprints, but now that I think it's daylight savings, is 8 months of the year, and then like the non-regular time is like 4 months. So I think we'll get this all straightened out for the next 8 months. So anyway, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I did not work on my manuscript at all. Sad choice. But I did like other administrative things that I had been needing to catch up on. And I have the Cougars and Cubs box set coming out at the end of the month. So I need to take all those books and format them together. Did I start that this weekend? No, I did not do that either. So the children are off for spring break, so we pretty much just had tons of family time, and it was really, really nice. So, anywho, but back at it, they're asleep right now. That's why it's so quiet in the house. Even Bulldog hasn't woken up yet, so I think I'm the only one springing forward thus far. So, anyway, what are y'all working on today? I'm going to be working on Pinned Throttle. That's the second book in the Bikers of Boston series. Full Throttle is already out, and it's been like really, really great. I already have 50-something reviews on Goodreads, which is really exciting. And I love hearing the comments. And I always read the comments, the good, the bad, and the ugly, to see if there's things that I can change on my writing craft. So some of it is just like, hey, this story didn't resonate, or I don't like these characters. That's, legitimate, because so I don't resonate with all the stories I read either. But I do read them, the comments, to see if there's anything that I could do better, writing craft or character development, banter, that kind of stuff. So I've read those, and so nice to just have people that like your characters, like your story. They enjoy it, so I kind of had like a high this weekend in reading all those, just so that way I can make sure if there was any gems that I take, writing gems that I need to change, I can incorporate into Pinned Throttle, which I'm working on right now. So over the weekend I edited the first half, and I think it was ended up being like 40,000 words, so it's a little bit more than half. And I sent that over to my developmental editor, so she'll continue to work on that on her schedule. And then on my schedule, I will continue writing. And so typically this series is going to be about 24 chapters, and I'm on, I think, chapter 15, right after this spicy scene. So, after every spicy scene, there's like the aftermath, if you will. Like, how did she feel and how did he feel? And they're coming together, and obviously we're going to continue this, but there's all that, kind of like inner dialogue about how they both feel. Or really, this would be how my male character feels about it. So he's kind of been harder to write. He's brilliant. So, there's Sienna. Except.
Hi.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about daylight savings. I thought we both leaped forward, and then you're like, no, just y'all.
Yeah, no, we don't have it in WA, so
I wish
we
it's such
we
a
already yeah, in the summer it's like it's light till forever anyway, so we don't get to utilize it. But yeah, so I was like, oh, I was thrown for a bit because I was thinking to myself, looked at the time and went, "Oh, I've got an hour. I'll go and do."
Well, okay, so it's your 9:18 p.m.
Yes,
Okay, I need to
yes.
change the graphic too because I always get mixed up, which I thought the whole world did it, and we don't even have all 50 states that do it here. And I'm like, can we just get rid of it already? Nobody wants to walk
Oh,
it.
we did a quiz. At camping we did this quiz, um, kids versus parents or something, and there was how many states are in America? Did you just say 50?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking 52. I don't know why I was thinking 52.
There's 50, although, Trump wants to make Canada 51 and then he wants to buy Greenland. So we may have 52 in the next 4 years. Who knows?
Yes.
I just don't, I hate that it's like 5 o'clock and it's dark out. That's what I hate. And this daylight savings is like 8 months of the year. And then we have the
Yeah.
four of the dark. Might just get rid of the four.
Oh, so you have it for 8 months. I don't even think we have it that long. I think we only have it for summer, 4 months.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's only WA that doesn't have it.
Oh,
But eastern
well,
states, they all have it. The eastern
they,
states.
oh, okay. See, all similar to us. Like Arizona and Hawaii do not do it.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
All right, what you
Yeah.
working on? How you're back from the beach?
Yes, back from the beach, which is good. It was a great weekend away. I, we went full driving the next day on the beach, and my brother and his mate, they both got bogs so bad.
Oh,
And the whole time I was clicking all of them being bogged because I was like excited that we didn't get bogged. But I said to my husband, we're not saying shit until we get off the sand and then we'll give it to them.
I know that's so funny. But y'all had a great time.
Yeah,
How
it
was
was
your
great.
celebration?
Sorry, what was that?
How was your niece's celebration?
Oh, they loved it. They were cracking up because he got a new car and he was like, it's the bomb and it will go full driving. And then when it sunk in the sand, we were also having a bit of a giggle. And the girls were like, my two nieces were like, "We're in your car, Auntie." I went, "Yep, get in."
Yeah. Sometimes the men folk know better than us, but do they really?
Yeah, no, it was quite because he just kept going down deeper into the sand and he was like, he was just looking at me and he's like, "Don't say a thing." And I was like,
But we're all thinking it. Like I told you
yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah. Oh no, he wore it when we got back because we just gave like it's Aussie humor. You got to give him shit, so we
Oh
did.
yeah. So you had to be like towed out or wrenched out.
Yeah, you got to give it. Yeah. But we had this big thing about the cars. Like we've got a Ford, um, a Ranger, and it's really good on the sand.
Yeah.
And he's driven it before as well. When we last went away, he was with us and he drove my car everywhere. And he was like, "Oh, I've got to get one of these." And then he went and got a Land Rover and a Discovery or something. And it's not that good.
It's not the same.
No. And if because apparently he watches these. I didn't know this. I found out he had too many drinks and was like, "Watch my sister on the live." So if he's watching, yeah, Kurt, your car sucks. Hmm.
Hilarious. That is cute that he watches these.
Yeah, he was telling everybody all these because he had a couple of mates there, and I was like, "Do you mind? Keep it down."
You're like my
But
worlds are
no,
to collide.
yeah, yeah. But he was having a good giggle about it. So, but he did say he was proud of me at the same time. But he still gave me, it's an Australian thing. You got to give them a bit of rabbing.
Does he want to make a guest appearance?
Oh, he will try. Like he was funny. Because when we were in Coral Bay the last time I was away.
Mhm.
Um, he was the one knocking outside, and I was telling him to get lost, and we were doing our time because he'd had too much to drink, and I was like, just bugger off.
Yeah.
Um,
God,
and then yeah, he was tired and went to bed because he kept teasing me, going, "I'm going to get on your live. I'm going to get on your live," and then he fell asleep. So I was like, "Well, you didn't get on my live."
It's girls only. That's why it's only your daughter who's allowed.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we should tell.
yeah. Mm.
Are you ready?
I am. I am.
Okay, 25 minutes. I'm gonna mute my line.
Me too.
Good luck. Let's see. Okay. Hey.
I know.
That went by super quick.
It did go by super fast.
Mm-hmm. What are you working on, by the way?
I'm doing my newsletter
Oh, great. How
because
often do
I'm
you?
waiting for Jess, and I've done a little bit of book four, but I knew I had to get a bit of a newsletter out because I'm behind. And I've got to swap from Story Origin to put in as well, so I've got to add those.
Nice. Do you send them out on a predetermined basis?
I'm very higgledy pickledy at the second.
Hickle. Okay, say that again. I love these healthy phrases.
Higgledy pickledy. Can't even say it fast because I'd stuff it up. All over the place.
That is so cute. I love that phrase. I'm going to use it with my kids.
So yeah, it's just a little bit all over the show.
Uh, like way back in high school, I took 4 years of French. I don't speak none of it. But every now and again, there'll be like a phrase or a certain word that, comes out with my kids. And so they'll ask something, I'll be like, come see, come saw, which is so, not good, not bad. So they do know like a few things, like je vais à
Mhm.
la plage, is like I'm going to the pool. So when we go out to the pool, I'll be like je vais à la plage, and they'll be like, oh, you're going to the pool. So I do have a few things, but
Isn't C'est la vie? Isn't that
this
French?
is
Is that
life.
French?
Yeah,
Yeah,
c'est la vie. This is life. That's
yeah,
life. Yeah,
yeah.
but
Mm.
no, you can't say that you speak it at all because you'll hit someone that just like is obviously fluent or it's their first language, and then you're just like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. No, it's very hard with another language. Like I speak Australian. I do sign, like I sign because of Tia. Um, so that's probably my other language that I speak. My dad's German, so I know like the very basics, which, and I mean basics of basic. I know way more sign language than I do of German.
I know my my family's German. I don't know. My uncle was fluent in it. My dad
Yep,
knew,
same.
but we weren't taught any of it. So,
Dad was a refugee, so
oh
he
my
came
gosh.
to Australia through the war. Yeah. So it was, he spoke only, they only ever spoke, the stories that have been told are pretty, pretty out there, coming to Australia and not even speaking the language.
Yep.
But Dad speaks more, he never taught us German. He speaks he wouldn't know he was German. So,
That's how
yeah.
it was here in the States. So after the war, nobody spoke German because, obviously. And so if
Mm,
you did, you only spoke inside the home, kind of like what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Which is
yeah.
such a shame because now as generations, we would have loved to speak it.
Yeah, I'm even angry at my husband a little bit when it comes to Samoan, where he understands Samoan really well.
Uh-huh.
To speak it, he speaks it not a lot, but he can pick up and speak it a little. My boys the same, like they don't really understand it as much as he does. They understand the basic
Mm-hmm.
words,
Yeah.
but I wish they knew more. Like I think some of the sisters have definitely, given it more to their children, where he was a little bit lazier and didn't really put it into our vote. I mean, they know, like, no, if we say it, if we do say it, like in Samoan, no or don't touch or something like that. If we
Mm-hmm.
say it in Samoan, it's more likely to happen than it is if we say it in English.
It's like when your parents would call you by your full name, you're like, oh no, I'm in trouble. Yeah. So it's like
Yeah,
that. If you
yeah.
switch to Samoan, you're like in deep doo doo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And even I picked that up, like with the kids from a little age. It was like, yeah, and it was, and everyone would notice, going, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But
Are you ready
yes,
to
it's
start again? Because I have a
I
dog that's
am
like being. Okay. So we'll do another 25 and then we'll wrap up.
awesome, cool.
All right. Here we go. Good luck.
You too. Did you unmute yourself? No.
No, I did. Hey.
She was like, "Where's Gigi?" I said, "She's in there."
I know, she's so cute. I saw her in the doorway.
Did we do time? Was that it?
That was it. I know, I had the whole dog thing, and I think the kids are waking up now, so I'm like, okay, signs of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. No, I sent off my email, but maybe I have not sent off an email where I haven't made a mistake yet. And I've sent it off, and it says, "Hey, Sienna Gypsies," and it's supposed to say, "Hey from Sienna."
Oh, hey. I feel like there's some, but people won't notice, I don't think.
Oh, they will. It's a big header.
Oh, oopsie.
Anyway,
Good.
my yeah, it's my apology right here.
Yeah. I feel like, sorry guys, it's late. It was spring forward, even though we don't have that here. Just blame it on that.
It's all good.
Yeah.
How did you go? What were you? You didn't tell me what you were doing.
Okay, so they had the spicy scene, and then I didn't work. Yeah, I had like massive family time, so I didn't write, but I did other things. Like I'm a wide author, so I had to figure out like what are all the platforms I'm on, and which ones am I missing, and which books are missing off those platforms. So that takes forever. And anyway, so I worked on like other administrative stuff like that. So after the spicy scene, because Dominic is really like not neurodivergent, but he's really brilliant, and so his mind just races all the time. So after that, I was like, okay, this is going to be like a deep dive into his response after. Like,
Yeah.
he does something like, he does the whole like crawl to me, and then he does something that kind of surprised me as I was writing it. He like hugs her. And so she was like, that's why I came up with that quote, and he like hugs her to him, which is, like a normal response, but it's not normal for him. And she said, I didn't take you for a cuddler. And he's like, I didn't take you for a crawler, yet here we are. And so, yeah. So this next scene is like him being all in his head, like freaking out. So I wrote something like, he's wealthy, and I wrote something like all these PhDs can figure out what was going on with me, and they had some like half-baked bullshit about meditating, to try and get through it. And then it took some, effing TV personality criminologist to profile me and to get it right. And so he's kind of conflicted because she's pushed through all his defenses. It's the whole reason why he studied neuroscience. And so the inner conflict is coming while he's hugging her. And so like I wrote this part about, babies needing their mothers to regulate. He goes, this is what's going on here, the cortisol. And so I start the paragraph, or I started his scene saying dopamine, cortisol. He's going through all the reasons why he's hugging her from the neurochem side, but he knows why his body wants it, but his brain can't figure it out, and so he's like super conflicted. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a hard character to write, and so with him, when it takes me a minute to get back into his mindset, because I need to like reread how he is, because the F word, everything is like short, clippy sentences. He wants to always take comfort in the neurological side of things because that's where he makes sense with the world, and then tries to overlay it onto his emotions. So he's not an emotional. And so sometimes when I write too deep emotionally, I'm like, that's not him. So
yeah, because it sounds like he's just logical.
Yeah, because he's super brilliant. And I had he's kind of after my uncle, the one that spoke German.
Yeah.
He was, he was a scientist. So he was in the, back then everyone was drafted. So he was drafted in the Air Force. He worked on the nuclear bomb in Los Alamitos, New Mexico. So he was completely brilliant. He was a chemist. He was a physicist. And so he ended up, after all his military time, he's well published. He has chemistry books and stuff like that. But you would ask him like, hey, Uncle Wayne, do you want a Coca-Cola? And he would sit there and stare off into space. And you're like, okay, my mom just sent me out here. Do you want a drink or not? And he would do the chemical composition in his mind of what a Coca-Cola is made of. And then he would tell you,
Right.
and you're like, I just need to know, do you want iced tea for dinner? Do you want Coke? Do you want water? So, yeah. So that's kind of
Yeah.
how Dominic is. Like, he doesn't process, or he doesn't outwardly, he's rude, he's abrupt, he's not any of those things. My Uncle Win was not like that. Winston, he wasn't like that. But anyway,
Mm, it's very interesting.
so he's
Mm.
a hard character to write.
Yeah, no, that would be difficult. But I get where you're coming from. I think because of the world that I live in, like even where I work in, there's so many different minds that I work with, so it relates to me, so I can understand. And a deep dive you could go on forever with people that have that mindset. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. And he has no patience. So if there's like any kind of like BS or shenanigans, because one of my characters is really immature.
Right, that would pee him off. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. So he's ADHD, super immature. He does like he's the kind of when you see those bikers that do all the tricks and stupid stuff, and you're like
Yeah.
they're gonna die. That's Emilio, who is one of the twins, and that's the fourth book. And so they're like oil and water all the time, all the time. And Emilio has no self awareness. He thinks the world loves him. He doesn't get it. And Dominic is like this effing idiot moron. So yeah.
So, so good. Oh, that sounds very interesting.
Anyway, we'll see how it goes. But I did send this past weekend my first, like a little bit over the halfway mark to Jessica. So I'm like, here you go. I'm going to continue writing.
I haven't heard a peep from her, so I'm like,
Yeah, I know mine is behind you or behind anyone else that
yeah.
she has. But
Oh no, I just scared like when she's going through mine. When I don't hear from her, I'm like, oh my God, she's found so many mistakes.
I don't think it's it. I think she's in like deep concentration.
Yeah,
Um, but because the results from Full Throttle have been, so the release was like about 10 days ago for Full Throttle,
yeah.
and I've gotten such positive feedback, and everybody's like, I can't wait to read Dominic's book, or I can't wait to read the next book. I'm like, girl, get this thing written and out there. You may struggle writing Dominic's story.
Oh, that's good. So you had a really good release, yeah?
Yeah, I did. So
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's so cool.
I know it's been really, I mean, it's so validating as authors, right? Because we're like, does anybody like our story?
Yeah.
So it's been amazing.
We're so needy when it comes to that, aren't we?
We are insecure and needy, yes.
No, but it's true. I don't think there is an author out there that wouldn't be.
I know. I
Yeah.
don't know if we'll ever get to that point where like, I nailed it.
I know. I wouldn't. I'll always be sitting on the side of my seat going, "Wow,
I
what
know.
did you think?"
What do you think? Yeah, I
I'm
know.
getting like a little bit more confident in sharing
Uh,
my stories, like by telling people about them, but I'm not confident to say, "Oh, it's amazing," because I don't think that I get good vibes from it and I get excited by it, but I don't think it's the best. I
oh,
don't know how to explain that. You're just never confident of your own work.
um, of course. This is my 12th book, and I still have
I'm only on book
positive.
4.
I hope everybody likes it.
Well, I really enjoyed the first one that I read of yours, which was the Tomlin series. I really loved it. She was like my favorite. Like, she's so mean, like her sarcasm and her get in there and fight first, think later, and I related to her so well.
Okay, so I read the reviews, good, bad, and the ugly. And the reviews are either they love her or they hate
Yeah,
her. They couldn't finish the book because it couldn't get past her.
yeah,
She's just so abrasive and so in your face. And
I like that
so
about her though.
I have people that are like, I am her. I have people that like, this is not even the realistic person ever. Like, why would you write someone like this? I'm like, well, I mean, there are people in the world like her. So her
Yes, they definitely are.
her
I
character
could relate to
were
her.
super slow, and some people are like, "When is she going to change? When is she going to change?" I'm like, "Have you not met these people in the real world? They really don't change. They'll give like an inch, but it's not this like sweeping huge emotional arc." So I
They
get a
do
lot
change when they turn 50.
of. Are you speaking from
They're a
experience?
lot better. Yeah. We think things through just a little bit more.
Like life has beat me up a little bit. Yes. So that's a character that people either love her or hate her. There's no in between. And so when I read the reviews and they hate her, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Because, I've written someone so realistic that now
Yeah.
they have strong feelings about her. So I feel like, okay, that's even an A plus, even though they hate her.
Yes, agreed.
So
Yeah, I agree. So
yeah,
that's good.
I know. But
No,
thank you.
that's
Thank
very good.
you all. Thank you.
I want to actually. I'm reading. I think it's called King. Got it somewhere. Fortress of the King by Dakota Fox and Mackenzie Fox. They dual wrote it, so it's a mafia. I'm liking that. But yours is after their one, so I can't wait.
I know. Our TBRs are crazy. I keep buying everyone else's, then I'm like, I'll get to it. And I
I've got a little from the last book signing that I went to. I've got a humongous collection over here, so I'm just plodding through it. And because I only read at night because I like to write, and then I'll read to go to sleep to take my mind off what I'm writing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I
So,
do the same thing. Read 30 minutes before bed, and yeah, no screen time. It's great. I love it. But yeah, it makes me sleepy, so I don't get very far into these books.
yeah. We've gotten some hearts. I can't even see who's online.
Dustin F, I think. Yeah. I'm reading something like Songbird, and it's a gorgeous cover. It's romantasy, and now I can't think of the title, but it's stunning. And then I have yours. So I started to read yours,
Ooh,
and I don't know why I would jump to this other one, so I need to go back to yours.
yes. I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, I do like fantasy as well. So I'm a bit of I jump. It depends what I need at the
Yeah,
time. I jump. Mm,
yeah. I'm a complete mood reader for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty, beautiful girl. I know it's late on your time, and I'm going to finish up this scene. So,
Okie dokie. I've sent my newsletter and screwed it up. So sorry, everybody, if you receive it.
oopsie. All right, but we'll be back Friday morning, my 8
Yes,
a.m., your Friday night at 9. Now that
nine.
the
I will be
time
online.
time. Hey, oh, that's nice. Hi, Gigi and Sienna. He jumps on. We're about to
Hello.
jump off. Anyway,
Yeah.
see y'all Friday.
See you Friday.
Bye.
Bye.